only thing here is books and old memories. Books. Here's a cookbook. And another one. Biography of John Lennon. To Kill a Mockingbird. Fahrenheit 451. This is going to be the tale about my journeys. It is a story of what I've lost and what I've gained. My name is Jennifer Harlow. I was born in the small town of Oak Rock. Auntie Jenn. This must be hers. Probably shouldn't be reading. Oh, Auntie Jenn, do you need some help?
Oh, yes, dear. I could use a hand.
Where would you like the groceries?
Could you put them in the kitchen? It's nothing that needs to go in the icebox. I just popped over to Owen's Market for a few things. Mr. Owen was having a sale on potatoes and oatmeal. I realized I needed a few things once I got there.
Auntie Jenn, isn't the real reason you have a potato quiche in the oven because your potatoes were sprouting and needed to be used?
Well, yes, but I like my potatoes fresh. And I have lots of baking to do this weekend. Everybody loves my homemade potato bread after all.
Including Mr. Owen.
Sophie, what are you implying? I'm an adult. Can't I have friends like you?
Yes, you can, but it's obvious you like him. I mean, I know you both like talking about books and music and stuff.
So what? You have your friends to go skating with and to the movies and to the coffee shop. Can't I have a friend that I share common interests with? That's not a crime, is it?
No, it's not. It's just, well, either in the library or in the kitchen cooking. It's weird to see you out and about. Not that you shouldn't be. When I was a kid, I thought librarians slept in the library. And you said that since Uncle Stephen passed away that you felt more like a real person.
A real person, as opposed to a fake person? Sophie, is that like how students think that their teachers live and sleep at the school? You don't think I still sleep at the library?
I haven't believed that in years. Oh, the quiche is done and I've started the corn boiling.
Thank you, Sophie.
You're a real person, Auntie Jenn.
Thank you. Now, I need to go take the books that James got me to my room. Do you think you can finish getting dinner ready?
James? Wow, Auntie Jenn. Sure, you go play with your books. And don't forget to tell Mr. Owen, sorry, James, to return the book on time or pay the late fee.
Stop you.
Auntie Jenn, wait, you forgot one. Hey, this is that diary I was reading. James is taking me to prom. I can't wait. Mama is taking me to Westerford to buy a dress. She said we can get a flower for James's tux, too. A picture. What? Yours. Auntie Jenn is pretty sweet, though. James and I went to the fair yesterday. He took me on the Ferris wheel. I was so scared I held on to him for dear life. That's kind of cute in a mushy sort of way. Senior year, I think James is going to propose after graduation. He's been hinting at some mischief that he's been up to. I love when he starts thinking. That's usually when something wonderful happens. It's only 14 more days until graduation. I really cannot wait. Oh, why did this have to happen? James is moving to Texas with his family. His father got a transfer to Killeen, and James has to go. I don't want him to, but he has to. talk about something that he was planning. I'm really excited. I can hardly wait. I've been dressed in my yellow dress since 5. He should be here soon. If I could just keep Cecily from learning out my plans. Cecily? Does she mean Mom?
Sophie, I've been calling you. What is that? What are you reading? Where did you find that?
I'm sorry, Auntie Jenn.
I thought diaries were personal things.
They are.
Then why are you reading mine? Thought I would finally get a chance at some privacy. There are things that mean a lot to me, and I would appreciate it if you would respect my privacy. I'm sorry. You and I are still strangers. I guess I just don't have the right maternal instincts.
Oh, no, Auntie Jenn, we're not. I came here in June and it's barely September now. I've gotten to know you. There's nothing to do in Oak Rock, and Marshall only comes down once a week to visit.
Never mind, Sophie. You almost let the corn burn. Now please put that away and go wash up. Go wash up! I'm sorry, that was a bit harsh. I'm going to finish getting dinner. I'll call you when it's ready.
Auntie Jenn will be a while. I'll just read quick. James proposed at dinner. He gave me a ring and a bus ticket to Dallas. He saved up for a whole 2 years to get them. He wants me to meet him in Dallas. Says we can get married when I get there. We can get an apartment while he goes to school. He says that I can go to school too. He even insists that I go. Well, that's it. I'm not going to Dallas. Cecily told Papa about the bus ticket and he ripped it up. I'm so mad I want to die. Papa told me at dinner that I'm not going to Dallas. No daughter of his will go on a elope. He wants me to go to school in Virginia. He said that my teacher told him there's a wonderful school in Richmond that offers library studies. That doesn't help the hurt of Cecily's betrayal. I got a letter from James. He must have asked Mama for my address. It makes me happy that James still thinks of me. I haven't talked to Cecily in a year. College is wonderful, but I feel lost without James. Wow. I never knew there was so much to Auntie Jenn.
Sophie, dinner's ready. Can you help me carry the plates?
Yeah, come here.
Yes.
Why did you move back to Oak Rock after college?
Excuse me?
Well, you could move anywhere after college, but why Oak Rock?
Well, I didn't move right back. I stayed in Richmond and taught at a library for a few years, and I heard of Mrs. McCrae's passing and how I was hoping to be in the library here, and I couldn't turn it down.
Was it James?
What?
Was it James who told you about the job?
Well, now you're the nosy sort tonight.
I'm just wondering why you did what you did.
It's an awful strange question to ask.
I'm just looking at my options for after college. I don't want to live in Westerford.
What was all that talk about Westerford not being Oak Rock?
It doesn't feel like my home anymore, Jenn. Mom's gone, and Dad and I haven't been close since I was about 5. I think you would prefer that I stay here until college. Maybe after. Michael's in college now. Everybody's been distant lately. Nobody talks anymore.
Well, are welcome to stay here, Sophie. I've missed a number of your years, and I'm eager to get to know you better. Why now, Sophie?
Because... So why Oprah, Auntie Jenn?
Enough. Let me take your plate.
I'm sorry. I was so scared to meet you back in June. You realize that?
Really?
Well, Mom never talked much about you. And I only remember a few family picnics and swimming in Grandpa's pond a couple of times. What happened?
Sophie, see what? I can't talk about it.
James and I have been writing to each other for a year now. I love going to the mail and finding letters from him. It's like my birthday every time. James asked if the reason I left Oak Rock was because of him. Oh no, it wasn't, I told him. I told him Cecily was the reason I left. I admitted that she was the one that blew the secret of our plans. That she was the one who told Papa about Dallas. She got Papa angry. I couldn't be there if she was, and she was still there. He told me she married just in Bakersfield, and they had a little boy, almost 2, named Michael. He said she was expecting another baby. I wanted to tell him that I wanted to return home, that I missed him terribly, and that I loved him. But now is not the time. I would have to tell him I was seeing Stephen Holmes, a gentleman courting while I was in Richmond. James sent a beautiful painting for mine and Stephen's wedding. I had been home a handful of times since moving. I only saw James once when he was up from Dallas. He talked about moving home, said he wasn't sure if and when it would happen. I saw Cecily and Justin that time too, with Michael and little Sophie, who was almost 2. She looked so much like me when I was that age. It was hard. I hadn't spoke to Cecily in 4 years.
Sophie? Would you like some tea?
Yes, let me get that.
I think we need to talk. I think it's long overdue. See, I think I need to talk about this as much as you do, and I'm just scared.
Scared?
Yes, you see, it's hard to know that you've been stubborn and maybe you've made the wrong choice.
I don't think I understand.
See, when I loved James, still do, and when your mom did what she did, she hurt me badly. On top of that, I hurt you and James by staying away.
I don't see how that matters.
It does. See, I could have been here, but I was trying to prove a point. When I said yes to your Uncle Stephen, I knew I had hurt James. I couldn't bear to face him.
But you could have said no.
It was too late. I had to follow that path.
But you came home.
Yes, I did. James sent me a letter about Mrs. McCrae's passing and how there was an opening at the library, and Cecily was all the way in Westerford. I thought it was safe to move back. It wasn't until Stephen said the idea was fantastic that I decided to go for it. James was back in town now. He was running this general store. It all seemed too perfect.
Then?
It was oddly perfect. I had my weekly trips to Owen's Market to see James, and Cecily and Justin were all the way in Westerford, and I lived peacefully in Oak Rock until Stephen's passing. He was a good man. I realized I didn't give him as much credit. It was only that after I learned of Cecily's passing that I knew the time was right. Justin called me afterwards and asked me if you could come and stay, and he was having a lot of trouble with you. I think he was hoping that you would stay into the next term. Your brother was in college and Justin was just trying to cope.
Yes, that was the other reason I came here. Oh, I'm sorry, Auntie Jenn. I don't mean to be trouble. I was so scared back in June, but I like it here now.
Sorry? For what? Trouble? I think not. I think you needed to be here as much as I did.
The time was right.
It couldn't be more perfect. You were the reason that I actually went and saw where your mother was buried. You were the reason that I started talking to James more.
Really? How?
Because I realized I'm not young anymore. And then I've missed a lot in the passing years. I have made bad choices, but there's still opportunities to make new and better choices. Who would be knocking on the door at this time of night?
I'll get it. Right this way. Here she is.
Salt, certified letter for you.
For me?
Thanks, man. Have a wonderful evening.
Who's it from? Who's it from?
It's from James.
Open it. Read it.
Jenny, I know this is unusual, but would you please have dinner with me this Thursday night? I want to make a proposition to you. I hope you still have the ring, as I never got it back. Please meet me at Marcella's at 8. With love, James Owen.
Jenny? How cute! Please tell me you still have the ring, Auntie Jenn.
I never let it go.